Alrighty, hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Okay, so I built the nuclear reactor, I put it in here. I just wanted to show what I'd done to the motor. So I put in 4 medium pistons. Alright, I haven't changed this setup at all. I had to fudge them in. Like I say, the next step, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of these gearboxes at 3 to 1. I still need to widen the ship. That's going to be the next step here, but we're ready to test. Finally, after 12 hours or so of being here, I am finally ready to sail out to where the fish are and give it a test. I just hope we don't capsize along the way. So I'll get that started. These are good. These will start up and everything will boot up. Yes. Yeah, so like I say, it needs to be widened probably by maybe 4 blocks, 2 on either side. I'll do that later on, probably. You know, around midnight or something. Midnight or something. I'm sorry. All right, so it's laggy. So where are we going? We're going here. All right, this shouldn't take too long. This now goes at 20 at. I can get this up to 15 meters per second, which is about 30 knots. So we're now we are now able to go the same speed as the very large boats, right? The destroyer that I have and that. So I'm really excited about that. I honestly didn't think I'd be able to pick up that much speed in here. Now, when I widen it, it'll slow down a little bit. We might be doing 13 to 14, but I mean, still, that's decent on a ship like this with a single water jet, right? So yeah, as you can see, it lists a little bit. And then as I sail away, you'll see it'll lean a little bit more to one side or to the other side, right? And that's, as you can see, it's just because we're thin. So like I say, I need to widen it, but I mean, that means shaping this and all that stuff, right? It's going to take a few hours to make it, just to widen it by the, I'm going to say if I go 2 more blocks, 2 blocks this way and 2 blocks that way, that's probably going to give us enough volume. Maybe I'll go 3. But I'll have to split it right here and right here. Just so that way all the lines, so everything lines up, right? I have to split it back here somewhere. Yeah, anyway, so we're just waiting for the reactor to start up. Because it's smaller, it takes twice as much time to start up. And then, like I say, I'll finally be able to go and test. We'll finally get to test the net here shortly. Shouldn't take too long to get out there at 30 knots. Yeah, then I'll be able to finish this thing, which will be really exciting. And then hopefully I'll put it up on the workshop there so people can check it out. And then what I'll do is we'll get started on the next one, which is going to be like a dragnet trawler. So it's going to have a net on this side and a net on that side, and they'll be able to go out, and you'll be able to lower them right down into the water. However that's going to work, I'm not sure yet. And then, you know, the rest pretty much writes itself. So yeah, I'm really, really excited. I'm excited to play around with the nets a bit more too, just to try and figure out how they work. You know I complain a lot about this and about, yeah, there's, you see the water in there? I just saw it there. You can see the water on the surface. Yeah, I don't think it's a lot in there, but there's a little bit. See, there's a little bit of water in there, I'm sure, which is probably why we're a little low as well. Yeah, I know I complain a little bit, and that I am still really excited. I do know that once they work out the fluid bugs, it'll make these smaller ships decent again. However, I'm really happy I was able to get the nuclear reactor in here, and I'm really happy I was able to get these 4 pistons in. All right, so piston number 1 is at 0, and piston number 2 is at minus 25, and that's important. It needs to be at minus 25. It has to have that offset, and it's the same thing as the big pistons. If you use more than 2 in line, for some reason it just doesn't work or whatever, or you have to test your offsets. I'm not good at doing any of that, so I put 2 on this side and 2 on this side. Steam comes in, steam comes out. It merges together. Oh, and then I have two pumps. I have a pump forcing steam towards the pistons, and then I have a pump forcing steam away from the pistons. And you know, I checked it. I checked the fuel tank, and I checked the tanks, and their atmospheric pressure is stable. It doesn't change, and it's balanced throughout the entire system. So it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. So yeah, so now we're just waiting. Like I say, it takes a little while to get started here. But once we start going, we will start going. I do kind of wish it spawned on the other side. As you can see, it turns with the currents that they have in the water, and because we have to wait so long before we can move, the ship does actually turn. And there we go. Here we go. We're starting to go now. Nice. Yeah, so you see what I mean? You see how we list off to one side? So that just has to do with because we're narrow. Now I can correct that slowly by turning, and as we pick up speed here, it'll correct in the water. But it's a little bit dangerous if we get into a situation where the waves are really intense. That might just be enough to capsize us. So by widening it, we aren't going to have that issue, and it should sail pretty good. Yeah, so here we go. We're doing 15.5 meters per second. I know somebody mentioned that there was an actual function block that does the calculation in here, and I will put the function block in to give us, maybe I'll put a switch in so we can switch the inputs. It also appears, I don't know if my sound has crashed. Has it crashed? Or it's so quiet in the helm. Oh no, it hasn't crashed. It's so quiet up here because there's no motor, right? Yeah, so you see the listing that we're doing there? That's just because I'm not wide enough, so I'm too tall. I need to be a little bit wider. All right, so let's crunch this. Let's see. Yeah, like literally cruising. Oh, now we've dropped down a little bit. So what I'll do is maybe I will turn this off, and I'll turn this off, and I'll turn that off. We'll just see how the ship handles. Hopefully I don't capsize. I'll do my best to sail as straight as I can until we get there. Yeah, all right, let's see here. MS to knots. All right, and we're doing what? We're doing about we can even say, we'll say 14. Yeah, it's about 27 knots. That's not bad. That's not bad. That's just as fast as our destroyer and all those other ships. Right on. And I know that's going to be way too fast for the net. Once the net gets in the water, I'm pretty sure we're going to be going too fast. But I don't mind, because it's going to make this 24-kilometer journey go by so quickly. Right, and I got the interior light on. I've got the spotlight on. We're stable right now. We're electrically stable, which is good. But there definitely is not enough lights on this ship. It needs a lot more lights. In the middle of the night, it is dark, even with the spotlights. It's really dark on the deck. And I noticed that the fishing boats, what they have is on the top of the tower. Some of them will have big bright lights. Right, so what I need to do is I just need to put some of these white, some more of these white interior lights. Yeah, I don't know why I'm lagging a little bit. I know, Stormworks is a bit of a resource hog. I know. So, could probably use a little bit more RAM. You know, on the card I'm using, it's a 4 gigabyte card. I know the new cards have 8. So, I mean, that all boils down to it, right? Cool, yeah. So, I just wanted to put that out there that we're traveling now. Finally. Look, it runs pretty smooth. Let's see, maybe I'll go down there. And we're going pretty fast. I'm really laggy for some reason. Like, the game is running slower. You notice that? It's running... It's not... I don't know if it's Stormworks Maybe I have something else going on in the background that I shouldn't have. Yeah, there you go. RPS is 0.1. So it jumps between 13 and 17. It's too bad there's no way to like clamp that in. But as you can see, everything is stable. Atmospheres are stable. Water in, water out is stable. Steam is stable. We don't have depleting atmospheres that we can't do anything about. I love it. I love it. Yeah, then it gets so quiet. You go down there, there's a little bit of a hum, and it's hot. And then we come back here, and it's quiet. There's no sounds. It's chilly. Awesome. Oh yeah, there we go. Now we're away from the shore. There must have been something there that was lagging me. We've sped up. I love it. Now I don't know. There might be a storm. We might have to go through a storm before we get there. We'll see. Oh yeah, we're going cruising now. Cruising. Look at that. Over 15 now. And that's just a single water jet. 4 pistons and a single water jet. Could probably replace it with a propeller, but then we'd have to use the pitchable propeller. Right? The only reason I'm able to cruise like this right now is because I'm trimming directly through the water jet, which is a unique feature that I love about the water jets. You can trim directly through them. But I'm not using a filter on the intake for the water jet either. So I know in the past there was bugs when it would suck in air, it would stop working. And I know though the water jets, if we go through oil, they slow down obviously. So they're not perfect. They're not perfect. But I think in this case, right now they're perfect. Right now they work. They work, and I'm absolutely happy with that. What are we at? Look at that. We're already... we got 22 kilometers to go. Cool. It's getting dark. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to test the net. I know I was reading on GeoMeta there. There are some issues with the nets too. Some people were saying that fish were going right through them and stuff. Yeah, I think perhaps, because the fish are supposed to stick to the net, but I think perhaps speed, there's a lot of factors that, that play into that. So we'll see. It's like everything. Yeah, we are just rocking. Absolutely rocking right now. So we'll probably end up sailing through the night, wherever we're getting to, and yeah, then we'll be. See, when I widen it as well, I'm gonna look at these. I don't know. We'll see. I'm thinking now when I widen the ship. Yeah, it needs to be like 2 or 3 blocks wider on either side, and then it'll sit nice and flat in the water. I might add more of these. Right? The ship is nuclear powered. So in theory, now we can go anywhere in the map. We can go way out to the Arctic. We can go out to the edge of the map. We can go anywhere. We can catch fish anywhere on the map. It's absolutely brilliant, right? And then I was thinking like, well, how would I do this if I started a career, a classic career? Well, the easiest strategy, as you saw with most people, they do some rescues until they're able to unlock a helicopter or like a VTOL. I use a helicopter. I don't really care much for the VTOLs. And me personally, I would just fly around the map collecting crates, because you can do that with the helicopter. Just hop from island to island to island until you have enough crates where you could unlock nuclear power, and then you can unlock anything you need in the ship, the radar, whatever. You could do it. It would take a few hours, but you could do it. And then you could launch the ship and be able to use it kind of in like an early classic career, I thought about that too, so we'll see. We'll see if I dabble. I might dabble on that. I just thought that was neat. Yeah, so it's getting dark. turn the spotlights on here. Yeah, as you can see, so in the back, I can point these down. Cool. Right, I made a microcontroller which gives me the X and the Y for the spotlights, and it's the same in the front here. I can control the X and the Y of the spotlights. So yeah, 18 kilometers to go. I like it. I like this ship. Thank you guys for your comments, your kind comments. They're really nice. And I will do more. What's that way over there? Maybe an island or something. I will do more, like with the military ships and stuff. Don't worry, we're still gonna. Oh, it's a flashlight. I'm like, why aren't I zooming in? Oh, it's a flashlight.
Seasons changed.
We are going to continue to do more.
Switch to all-season tires for better traction and performance.
Yeah,
choose from 17 Toyota recommended.
They're good in the summer. All-season tires are good in the summertime. If you live in an area where you don't get a lot of rain, you know, you kind of like a mixed basket. They're actually pretty good. But if you live in an area where you get lots of rain or whatever, you might want a weather-specific tire for the summer. My experience, anyhow. Driving in the mountains. All right, you can tell I'm happy. It only took about 12 hours to get this ship sorted out, but now it's sorted out. We got a mini nuclear trawler, which I think is pretty sweet. So this logo doesn't turn on. You know, I mean, there's a lot that still needs to be done to it. A lot that still needs to be done to it that we can't do it. I got the fish finder. I want to get that organized. Now, fortunately, there is a single fish that spawned at the fishing village dock. So what I'm going to do is we're going to test this here, see if it works, see if we can catch some fish. And then what I'll do is I'll load the autosave, and because there's a little fish there, I'll be able to test the fish finder out, which I thought was pretty sweet. Like, yeah, he just randomly spawned. I was going to try and catch him with a net to see if I could catch it, but then I thought, nah, you know what, let's go out and apparently where the spawns are, that's where the density is. So, you know, like I say, we'll just see what we can fill up here. All right, the sun's going down. It's coming into nighttime. The internal lights, we'll see once it gets super dark. The internal lights aren't too terribly bad. I know I'm using these white ones. That's probably what's causing a bit of lag. I notice if I make them blue, that blue color, it reduces a lot of lag. Yeah, but I've got lights in the back, lights on the inside, as you can see. You know, in the kitchen area, there's plenty of lighting down here for the middle of the night. It's not excessive yet. There's a dock there. Cool. Cool, I'm so happy I was able to get this going. Now, I want to see... What's that? That's the Y. Oh, I must have... Maybe I got this hooked up. I must have my channels... I'm gonna have to go through and check my channels again. It looks like they're broken, or they're not broken, they're just mixed up. Yeah, here we are in the middle of the night. So if I turn the spotlights off, let it get nice and dark. There we go. Now you can see inside the lighting. Lighting seems to be sufficient. Obviously, we need to, you know, it seems to be sufficient out here too, actually. It might need a little bit more on the deck. But it's pretty good, it's pretty good. And then this whole, what I'm doing there, trying to get down, is a little sketchy. I feel like every time I jump off there, I risk, like, just jumping into the ocean, right? And we got this forward room. I'm not too sure what I'm going to do with that. I'll go back downstairs just so you can see how it looks with the lighting. I think this is a good amount. It's not an excessive amount. You know, and I don't think ships are overly bright at night. Like, yes, they have lights. A lot more lights everywhere, but, you know, kind of give it that. It's dark. All right, now I'll turn the spotlights on, and we'll see how the spotlights look. Let's see, turn on the spotlights. Yeah, so if I turn the logo on, that'll be good. Spotlights are good, especially if we're in a storm. And then I think up here, maybe one white light on the back, just so it lights the station up a little bit more. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the buttons around to a touchscreen. I like the touchscreens. I have them. I may as well finish building it, right? And then that's what we're going to do. Cool. I didn't turn disasters off, but I haven't seen a tsunami yet, so I just kind of knock on wood on that one. There might be one. One will come and see how we're doing eventually, I'm sure. I don't know what this is over here. Oh, it's an oil platform. Yeah, no, I did try it with the small pistons, the ultra small pistons, and I was able to get 8 RPS on such a large ship. So what that tells me is that for a land vehicle, not even a land vehicle, a train maybe? Probably what I'll try, because I have my diesel train, but now that we have the issue with fuel, I'll have to convert it. So maybe I can get this nuclear reactor into a train. That would be cool. Pistons. Alright, so I'll turn the spotlights off for now. They're just lagging. And I gotta watch out behind me just in case we get swamped by a tsunami comes out of nowhere and just wipes me out. I should save it. That's what I'll do. I'll save it. We'll say fish test. Considering I made it this far, I didn't make it this far last time. And I would hate, if I run into problems now, I would hate to have to restart and do this journey all. I probably wouldn't. I would probably do everything I need to do, widen the ship, finish all the touch screens, and then come back. That's probably what I'll do. So yeah, just a midnight pleasure cruise. And this seems to be steady, actually. I'm really excited. I thought maybe we would lose pressure, but no, everything seems to be going really well. So there you have it. There you have it. The small nuclear reactor that we built. This is the results. I didn't add anything to it. We have a single steam boiler. We have the single condenser with 2 radiators, and then we have 4 medium pistons. All right, and as you notice, they're not in line. I'm only putting 2 in line. The first piston is at 0, and the second piston is at minus 25. Now, I did try 3 in line, and I did try plus 25, 0, and minus 25. And I just found that something about the steam coming into the pistons and leaving the pistons, once you have more than 2, it seems like it's just too much pressure on the line. And that's the problem, is that the steam comes in, the piston moves down, and then the steam goes out. But it seemed to me like the pistons were having trouble in their movement, because when they're offset like that, they're using steam at different rates. And I just found that one piston had to wait for the next piston before it could release its steam, and it was just confusing. Yeah, so anyhow, if you put 2 in line like that, as you can see, it's decent. Now what I could do is I could double these up again, and I could put another 2 beside it. I might actually do that. I might double up the condenser, maybe when I widen it a little bit, and then that would make us go even faster, you know. It would make us go even faster in this little ship, which is cool. So yeah, I'm really excited. I'm happy. I'm happy I was able to get this working for us. Nice. It'd be nice to get the net in the water too. So I saw somebody was trying to use. Now that's the other thing is that I thought about using electric motors for propulsion and stuff like I did on the other ships. And anyways, the reactor just it can't quite keep up, right? It can't quite keep up. So, oh, and then what I'm using for a generator is I just have two small, as you can see, two small generators there just before the clutch. And everything seems to be good. So I think I can add the screens and everything else, and we shouldn't have too many problems. I'm actually surprised. It's did I override the? Yeah, I'm surprised there isn't a storm coming in here. Ooh, there's one on the way, and we passed one. Okay, so maybe the lull before the storm. It might be there by the time we get there. Oh, this is cool. Yeah, now I'm excited to convert this into, like I say, into another trawler where we can have the drag net types, the two nets on the sides, right? We can have a net here and a net there. And instead of dragging one net behind the ship. So the other thing I noticed too is that with these ships that have the net like this, they drag out behind them, they're also a lot taller on the backside. Some of them are a lot taller on the backside. So I guess there's many different ways to design these things. The cloud. Stars. Can't wait to go back to space. It's going to be a lot of fun. We need to put a nuclear reactor on the moon is what we need to do next. Put it in a rocket. I was thinking a lot about that too. It'll land on the moon and the rocket's going to unfold. It'll have neon all over it. And it's just going to look real sweet. If I get a nuclear reactor in here, we could get a nuclear reactor to the moon. That'll give us endless amounts of electricity, right? And then we just have to take the rods. That's it. So find a way to replace the rods. Done. Real easy system. I like it.
Roger, 0J, and I feel fine. Discovery Houston, press to ATO.
You know, and then what this does, right? It gives us the ability to continue to play while the developers do whatever the developers are doing, and they try and figure out the issues that all of us are having with fluids. Hopefully they figure that out. I know I said I didn't want to do any more testing, but I think maybe tomorrow I'll probably, during the day, do a little bit more testing. Like I say, it's you know, when I can put out videos, right? I do my best to put out videos because I enjoy it. And when I have to go back to work, sadly, I have to go back to work. So that's why you saw there was no videos for like 2 weeks. I'm like, man, I gotta get out some videos here. And then finally I just had a chance here to put in some real time again. And get some content out for the community. I suppose though, if you go on YouTube and you look at fishing videos for Stormworks, there's so many out now. It's good. Right? Every YouTuber, fishing nets, fishing nets, fishing nets. It's so funny. Yeah. So now I don't know if I can put on, like I say, I'm going to do some tests. I don't know if I can put on a second water jet. I'm not sure. We are really, really deep right now also. Like really deep. Cool. So we are getting to the area where the fish are. It is going to be the middle of the night. Instead of sleeping, I'll probably just, you know, cheat and make it day. Because I want to see the... what is that? Is that a wave heading towards us? That is. So let's do this. See what happens here. I don't want the water jet to absorb too much fuel. Oh yeah, look at this. Let's see if we're gonna capsize. Oh no, maybe I made a mistake. Oh no! Don't capsize. Whew. Ooh, that was that's how badly I want to fish. I don't want anything to happen to this boat, to the water jets. I should have saved it there, but that's all right. Good, we avoided that one. Excellent. All right, so now we'll just turn around here and we'll get out there. Yeah, I should have turned disasters off. Hey, whatever. Usually it gives you a warning. You can turn off the tsunami in the menu. Let's see. Did it give me the option? Ooh, spawn. Cancel tsunami. Yeah, there we go. It already hit me, so I might as well cancel it now, right? That's that tsunami, that wave, and now look, the beginning of the storm is here. Water's starting to get choppy. All right, 6 kilometers to go till we get to the fishing spot. Yeah, now that I think about it, this will make a good little patrol boat as well. A little nuclear powered patrol boat. A couple small guns on it. Yeah, I like it. All right, 5 kilometers to go. We're already halfway through the night. Brilliant. Yeah, so I know, like, I don't know how they do it in the real world. I think they weigh the nets. I think it's done by weight. There's no way to see when the net is dragging behind you. There's no way to see whether it's full or not. But I think they do it by weight. So I'm hoping the developers are going to give us something like that, a system like that, where we can tell when the net is full. Because it just, to have to sit here and then look in the water. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. We'll see how this goes. What do we got? 4 kilometers. Well, it held up pretty good. That little wave hit it, and we didn't capsize it. We spun around, but we didn't capsize. That was neat. So if we make it wider, it'll be even more stable in the water, which is good. Very, very good. Yeah, and so when I make it wider, probably what I'll do is I'll increase the capacity because I have all this room. We have all this additional room here, actually. So they only come to about here, so I might be able to double up. I think that's the way to go. I mean, we want to pack this thing full of fish, right? What's the capacity now? Is it 100 in these? So that'll be what, 300 fish? At $100 a fish? guess that wouldn't be too bad of a haul considering it doesn't cost us anything. We're not paying for fuel. If we were paying for fuel, I'd be like, there's no way this is worth it, right? Seeing as how we're not paying for fuel. Let's see. It's late. I'm using my calculator. Yeah, exactly. That would be a pretty decent haul. I was at 30,000, depending on what the fish sell for. That's all right. That's more than I've ever made on any single mission. Maybe not. Let's see. If I rescued 9 people, I think I've done 12. But let's just say 9 for sure from the sea fort. And what is it? 2,000? Or where is it? Yeah. So I mean, close. I guess close. Sorry, I got a yawn in there. Time is there. It's getting late. I've been at this all day. Throw on a coffee after I test this out. I should have thrown on a coffee before I did it, but I sat down and started recording and I was like, oh man, I should have got a coffee. Alright, so 2 options. I can either sleep. Yeah, let's sleep and make it day as we're approaching here, and then that way okay, I'll wake up in the early morning here. We're just a couple kilometers away, and this way, yeah, we can see how the sea is. We can see, ooh, it's a foggy morning. Wow, it's a foggy morning. Alright, so it's just one of those days. So then once we get to the, I guess we're pretty well in the area here. Golden snapper. Golden snapper is what we're fishing for. Right, and then what I'll do is I'll slow down once we get to the area, maybe to like 7 or 8 RPS, meters per second. I'll let the net out, and I'm hoping that will be enough to that'll be a good speed. That won't be too fast. Let's do that now. Actually, let's slow. No, you know what? We still have a kilometer is actually quite a fairly large area to try and cover. And I don't know what depth. Don't know what depth they're at either. This is going to be exciting. I don't see any golden in the water. But this is the hot spot. Oh, it's starting to rain now. That's the leading edge of the storm. It's starting to rain. Cool. We're super deep. So I mean, if this thing goes down, it is going down. All right, let's slow this up a little bit. Slow down to there. Okay, I'm gonna go outside and I'm gonna let the net out. What I also did is I raised these doors up 1 block because we are close to the water, and you'll see once these waves pick up, they're gonna get massive because we are way out here. And yeah, waves are gonna be crashing over the back of the boat. That's just the way. That's just the way it is. So what do we? 3 is it? Yeah, 3. Let the crane out. Oh, I'm so excited to be able to do this finally. All right, and now let's let the winch. Oh, hey, now wait a minute. So now why does that work? Oh boy, I may have made a mistake here. Extend net. Okay, and then if we winch down. Oh yeah, look, I see one there. I see one there. It's too bad. I kind of messed up. It seems. I must have loaded a different version of this ship. All right, anyway, so this is where we are. We've actually passed the area. So let me ooh, I just about went over the edge there. Let me turn around and let's see how we handle. Hopefully I don't capsize. Hoping I don't capsize. I just have to be careful in the water. Especially with the net. Let's see if it's deep enough. I don't know. Let's see. Let's test our. Yeah, it's definitely. Oh, they're a little bit lower, it seems. They're a little bit lower. Yeah, there, look at that. There's that one there. He's a little bit lower. Unless they're like deep, deep. Haven't caught nothing yet. Definitely have to be careful. I am definitely at risk. Once the waves pick up, I will have to see what happens. Alright, so we'll just kind of make like a zigzag pattern. See if I can catch anything. Oh, there's one. Is that one gonna go in the net, or is he too far? He's way over there. All right, maybe what I'll do, I'll save this here as a test. And then that way, if I capsize or whatever, ooh, look at how slow it gets while just a save. If it capsizes or whatever, that's the net definitely. While I'm out here, it's no big deal. But I don't know. Here, I'm gonna let out a lot more. I'm gonna try and let out a lot more. you know, they're here. Alright, let's try that. And what I should do is have a door through there. Okay, trolling. I'd like to catch one fish if I could. Oh, I think a bit lower. A bit lower still. Yeah, look, they're a bit lower. Oh, man. Oh, did I catch one? Oh, I caught one. Yeah, cool. Awesome. Well, there you go. Fantastic. I don't know what kind of fish it is, but I caught one. Cool. All right. Well, I guess I should try and see what happens. Try and get him onto the boat. Just kind of doing circles. Nice. I caught a fish. No, I mean, I was hoping for like schools and schools and schools. Unless they're way, way down there. I mean, I can't really... Once the sun comes around, we might be able to see down into the water to see where they are. But I don't really... Like, I see like one or two fish here and there, and this is supposed to be... Oh yeah, look, there's a couple more. It's supposed to be a good little area. So maybe it just takes time for them to spawn, to populate. I don't know. They seem to be a bit deeper too. Well, I caught one. That makes me happy. Oh. Caught a fish at the hot spot. I caught one fish at the hot spot. Oh man, that's brutal. Alright, I'll cross again the zone, and then I'll reel in the net and we'll see if we can drop the fish down. We'll see how that looks. Don't you swim away, fish. You gotta stay in that net. You're the only one I got. You're my only catch. You gotta stay in that net. So I'm guessing if they're deep, I'll have to... Oh yeah, see them down there? They're a bit deeper. There, that's the next thing I need to figure out is the depth. Now the fish finder will give us the depth of the fish that are close. And then that'll give me a chance. And then I also need to put a depth thing on the net so I know where it is. Alright, so there you have it. I am fishing at a hot spot and I have caught a single... Let's see if I can catch this next fish. I caught a single fish. A single fish. That's it. That's all I've got. A single fish at the hot spot. Alright, so let's just say we're done. I'm done at the hot spot. The net is full. Because there were so many fish here at this hot spot. I'm glad it cost me $100,000 just to try and find it. And now we are going to winch up. Now I wonder if I've got to make the net smaller, huh? I wonder what that's going to do if it's full of fish. Alright, and then we need to do that. Oh, I let it out. Winch up. Winch up. Cool. There's our little fishy. And then we want to press, is it 4? Alright. I may actually have to come to a complete stop to empty the net, or else I might be in big trouble here. Do that. Yeah, and then what I need to do is bring the net in a little bit more. There we go. And now I don't know if there was a release fish. Hey, there we go. Do they not go into the hopper anymore? Uh-oh. Well, I don't want my fish going back into the water. Are you kidding me? So we can't drop fish onto the hopper anymore? Oh, it's probably full of coal. That's why they're full of coal. All right, that makes sense. A John Dory. It wasn't even one of the fish. It wasn't even one of the fish that was supposed to be here. It's a totally different species of fish that I caught. I love this game. I absolutely love this game. So here we are. We're out at the hot spot. I see a couple of fish. Probably more will spawn. Looks like we have to troll for a while. Don't know what the value of the fish are. Don't know what the value of this fish is. But anyways, yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. We caught our fish in the ship. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for watching. And I will see you in the next one. We'll come back. The ship will be fixed and we'll come back. And we'll have a better time. And we'll go in the storm as well. So I will see you then.